KSwag44 here, playing some more Minecraft. Let's build. And I've been working on the city a bit. Just did, that building design that I told you in the first, or not the first Let's Build, first Let's Build of this world. Showed you how to make these simple buildings to make a building, or to make a city fast and easy. And I made that futuristic building right here. Not this white and blue, but this one right here. I showed you and all. And I decided to build this. Took like 30 minutes to make. Hang on, I'll be right back. BJ. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Thought I heard something. Sometimes I think this house is haunted or something. But, I'm back with another episode. And we are gonna build the boys' cabin. If you do not know what the boys' cabin is, I'm gonna tell you the whole story about it as we do our Let's Build. But first I need to tell you the materials you need to use for this. You will need light gray wool. Make sure it's light gray. You're gonna need oak wood planks, oak wood stairs, fence, glowstone, oak wood slabs, spruce wood stairs, a bed, or you're gonna need more beds, but you can just have one in your inventory, make more when you're in creative. And block of iron, but you're gonna need other stuff for the bathroom part of the building. And as you see, I got this nice pathway, and I turned on speed right there. I decided to drink potions. If you want to do a Let's Build fast, you can drink a Potion of Swiftness. But I don't want to do that, because I want to tell you a nice good story as I show you the thing. So we're going to start building. I'm not going to tell you, oh, put this block here and put it there. You can just watch along, maybe like watch this on your iPhone or iPod. Put it right next to your computer, play Minecraft. Build as I build this. So here we go. Tell you the story. Story time. OLC. 5th grade. In 5th grade, right now I'm in 7th grade, but when I was in 5th grade, there was like this camping trip called OLC. Outdoor Learning Camp. That's what it stands for. OLC. I've been hearing about that, and the teachers are all, yeah, we're gonna go to like this forest and stuff, and then we're gonna stay in this cabin, and it's gonna be for like 3 days and stuff like that. I should be doing a time lapse of this, but I don't know how to do that. So yeah, and I am kind of sick, so I have like a runny nose. So yeah, I might be talking a little weird, but just bear with me. Just bear with me. So all right. Anyways, back. So yeah, they have like this thing where you keep track, like the teachers have this thing where they keep track of your days, and basically you're supposed to act good or something, not at OLC, like a few days before, like trying to behave well so they can let you go to the OLC place. Like if you get like, I don't know, like 80% on it, you don't go to OLC, which is like really stupid. But I know someone who like went totally down, like 20%, but he actually still went to OLC. I don't know why. His name was Logan. I'll tell you more about him later. But yeah, the day finally came. OLC. Got out of bed like a kid on Christmas morning. I ate my breakfast, and Mom drove me to the school. And yeah, this was in 5th grade, so yeah, this wasn't in middle school. This was in 5th grade, like 2 years ago. So my mom took me to the school, we said our goodbyes, and I walked into the school. There was people everywhere acting all crazy and excited. Backpacks were everywhere being set and ready to go. So I went into my room. I had a teacher named Miss Hare, and she actually had a rabbit, or a hare as you want to call it. Miss Hare had a hare. And yeah, so yeah, I was in the room, talked with my friends, Casper, also known as Casperius, he has a channel, Avery, Super Cow Slap, Christian, Steak Productions 95, and Jordan, but he doesn't have a YouTube channel. I'll tell you more about him later. But, so yeah, we were all happy and ready to go. And the buses finally came, and these buses, these weren't like school buses, these were like luxury buses. Like, seriously, they were like really good buses. Like, they're like the buses that have TVs on them. And we saw a movie during the trip. So we got our backpacks and suitcases filled with like clothes and books and stuff like that. So we were ready to go. Everyone was ready to go, and we were all, yeah, it's time to go. Stay at a forest and a cabin for like 3 days. And this was probably like the best 3 days of my life, actually. So yeah, so we got in the buses. We watched this movie. It was like Road to El Gordo, something like that. I don't know, some Indian thing. Oops, I accidentally pressed T. So yeah, we got in the buses, watched some movie. Good movie though. We finally made it to the forest, and the drive was like an hour long. We didn't even finish the movie to head to there. It wasn't too bad of a ride. It was like, you know, yeah, an hour long. Nice, good ride. Before we even got into the buses, I told my friend Super Cow Slap, also known as Avery, but we'll just call him Avery for now, since it's before we had our YouTube channels. I told Avery that there's this evil bunny at the forest. If you're probably thinking about like Frank the Bunny from Donnie Darko, no, that's not what I mean. It was this dream I had that I was being chased by like a bunny, like, you know, like a little bunny, but it was like all evil with like sharp teeth hanging out. And it chased me saying, "I'm gonna eat your flesh" and stuff like that, and apparently that just became really famous at my school. So I said the evil bunny lives in that forest. So yeah. We got in the buses, got to the place, the camp. Now, what was there? There was kind of like a church, I guess, but it was like a building or something. I'll tell you more about that. Basically, it was kind of like a movie theater. And there was a playground, a huge playground. It was like wood. It was like a treehouse playground. But it was huge. There was slides, there was swings, there was ladders. Man, my nose is like runny. Like, Kesperi said that he lets it drip. I'm not kidding. So we got to there. So yeah, there was a church-like building. There was a playground. Right next to the playground was it was a restaurant. I'll tell you about that later. I'll tell you everything, pretty much. And there was a girls' cabin and a boys' cabin, so it was separate. Every girl in 5th grade gets their cabin. Every boy in 5th grade gets their cabin. So the bus made it here, at right next to the cabins. So we unpacked, and we decided to go to the place. And the 5th grade boys, we had to have like a teacher or a grown-up like watch us and stuff, because really just letting like 5th graders just stay in a cabin alone without any adults, I wonder what would happen. So yeah, so we got into the cabin, we unpacked everything, and we decided we were gonna have like these little activities we were gonna do. We weren't just gonna like stay in the cabins or anything. We were gonna hang out, do activities like archery, fishing, other stuff. And oh yeah, you're gonna need glass. Let's use glass before the iron blocks. And someone's in the kitchen right when I'm trying to make a video. Really. So yeah, the first activity I did was archery, and you had to have like groups and stuff. I was grouped up, like you're supposed to have a group and a buddy. My buddy was Avery, Super Cow Slap. So yeah, our first activity was archery, so we went to there, Do you think we should have one more bunk bed? Can't remember how much beds there were. Yeah, we're gonna need more. There we go. There we go. Like that, and like this. So if you want to build it exactly like me, just have it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're gonna have the doorway to the bathrooms. Alright. So, yeah, we went to archery. We did a couple more activities. I can't remember every single activity one by one. Hang on. So yeah, first one was archery. Second one was probably like a scavenger hunt or something like that. And while we were doing these activities, we had like this little booklet. This is something I hated about the trip. We had like this little booklet that we had to work on. I mean, I know on field trips that you have to make it kind of educational, but still, that just kind of ruined it a bit still. I mean, I think it was during the... No, it wasn't during the weekend. It started on Wednesday and ended on Friday. Yeah, that's what happened. So, but yeah, we did a couple activities, worked on that stupid booklet. You know, you had to work during, field trip. Well, it has to be educational, though, but whatever. I feel a sneeze coming. You know when you feel a sneeze coming and then it just doesn't come out? I hate that feeling. Dude, my nose is like stuffed, like my sinuses. They hurt. So, wait. Dang it, I can't make that sneeze come out. There's so much freaking mucus in my nose, it hurts. Alright, you're probably just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 beds and then have a window. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're gonna have to have a window right here. Try to make it come out, man. Finally. There we go, got it. Alright. So now it was time to eat lunch. So, like I said, there was a restaurant there. So we decided to go there and eat. But man, this food was really good. Like, the food at the cafeterias, they're alright. But when I was in 5th grade, they were terrible. But the food in the school I go to now, a middle school, the food's pretty good there. Like the pizza and stuff. So yeah, we had lunch there. I can't remember what kind of food we had. I think we had a burger or something like that. I don't know. But dude, this food was like really good. Like really good food. It wasn't like a school cafeteria. It was like a legitimate restaurant. But it wasn't like a fancy one. It was kind of like, you know, those kind of cafeteria restaurants. I actually kind of like those. Yeah. So yeah, the food was really good. We did a couple more activities. How long have we been recording? 13 minutes? Dang, we got a lot more. Don't worry, this is going to be like a really long video then. That's fine, I can post it. So yeah, it started getting dark, so we decided to head to the boys' cabin and take... Oh wait, no wait. It started to get dark, and then, after we did... after we ate lunch, we did a few more activities, and then the sun was going down, so we had to eat dinner. I think the dinner was spaghetti. I'm like 99.9% sure it was spaghetti. But yeah, that was also pretty good. So we went to the boys' cabin. The boys took our showers. The first one to go to was Logan, the one I told you that got like so much points taken off, but somehow he actually went to the trip. And this guy, like, he acts like really immature and stuff like that, so... Well, of course, I mean, there's gotta be at least one person in 5th grade that has to have a weird personality. And that guy was Logan. So, he was the first to take the showers, which were over here. Me and Avery took this bed. I was the one on the bottom, he was the one on the top. And I actually didn't really care that he got the top, because I have a bunk bed in my room, and I always sleep on the top. I would actually prefer sleeping on the bottom of a bunk bed. I don't know. I prefer being low on the ground than being up high. So, but yeah, I didn't care at all. But yeah, So he went into the bathrooms to take a shower, and he was like banging on the door and stuff, screaming. Like seriously, it was like this. He was in the bathroom and he was all like that's what he was doing. Like it was so funny. And the guy who was the leader to watch the boys at the boys' cabin and stuff, he was this teacher. He was a guy teacher named Mr. V. I don't know. I can't remember his name. Not Mr. Vineyard. That's my theater teacher, if you don't know. Mr. Vladica. Yeah, that was his name. So, yeah, and then he was all, Logan? And yeah, Logan got in trouble for banging on the door and stuff. So, eventually it was my turn to go into the bathroom. So I went into the showers, and these doors to the showers, they're like see-through. Like, it's not like exactly see-through, it's like, it's kind of like glass, but it's blurry. So, yeah, that's basically what it was. So you can't really see their naked body, but you can, like, you know, see the colors. Okay, that was so wrong. Well, you get the point. So, I'm pretty much done with the rows of beds now. So, yeah. But yeah, I took a shower and stuff, and everyone else did. And we were all in our jammies playing pillow fights or something like that, playing truth or dare and stuff like that. And then we were actually going to go to that church building, kind of like a movie theater and kind of like a church. So we went there. We were going to watch a movie. Everyone was in our jammies, and we went to the building. We walked. The movie we watched has got to be like the worst movie ever made. I'm not kidding. It was so stupid. It was called like Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked or something like that. Oh my god, it was so freaking weird. That movie was weird. It was funny-ish. Not really. No, it's not. It was funny just for how much of a fail it was. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rows of beds here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and have 1, 2, 3 of light gray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're gonna make it end. We'll eventually put doors here. So yeah, this movie, like seriously, if you haven't seen Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked, don't do it. It's like the stupidest movie ever. Like, it's such a cliched story and stuff like that. You know, getting shipwrecked. Well, they didn't crash or anything. I don't know why it's called shipwrecked when they didn't crash the boat or anything. I don't know. But yeah, we saw the movie. There was like popcorn there and water. There wasn't any Coke, sadly, but you know, whatever. The only bad thing mostly was the booklet, and I didn't get to have Coke for 3 days. And you know me and my Coke. Well, if you're my friends, you know. Why do I keep hearing noises in the kitchen? Can I just make a video without being interrupted? That's just my animal's pitter patter. So yeah, saw the movie, went back to the cabin. It was like late at night, and yeah, me and Avery were all, I wonder if we see the evil bunny. And we did, I'm not kidding. Yeah. So the night came, so it was all dark and everything, so Mr. Black was all, okay, I'm turning off the lights. Bickety-doo! And then the lights were off. And then you can, now, Logan, you know, the guy in the shower going, ah! And then, yeah, so it was all dark, and then I think, well, yeah, me and Avery were on this bed, and I think Logan was, like, on this one, and he was all, get in the zone, auto zone. Hey, it smells like pot in here. And it actually, I don't know what pot smells like, but that cat actually smelled like horse poop, mostly. I don't know what pot smells like, though. Nor I want to know. But, yeah, kept talking, and then Mr. Valatka turned on the light, and he dragged Logan out of the bed, saying, hey, go to sleep, and giving like this little rant to him. And then he was all, so now are you ready to go to bed? And then Logan was like trying to act like a soldier or something. He's all, yes, sir! And he like yelled, and then Mr. Black was all, okay, we're calling your parents. And then Logan's all, no! He didn't call his parents. Well, that's kind of good, you know, since he kept us entertained. Yeah. So then, yeah, the night came. And then the next morning, Avery told me that he saw the evil bunny. It came into the boys' cabin, and it dragged something out. That's actually what he said. It dragged something out. So, yeah. So we're all, yeah. And the evil bunny will get you. If you don't subscribe to me. Seriously. Evil bunny's on my side. He will murder you if you don't subscribe to me. So yeah. So yeah, did more activities and stuff like that, and ate. We ate breakfast at that restaurant too. The breakfast was like, I don't know. It was good. I just can't remember what food it was. That's it. So yeah. Now you're gonna want to take glass, and then you know, boop boop, and then did more activities. I think I did fishing on the second day. I don't know if it was the third day or something. I can't remember. No, I'm sure it was the second day. Had breakfast, did more activities. I think I went fishing. Now it's time for lunch, and the lunch was probably like the best of all the days of food. Either that or the very last day. So it was chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets were good, and it also came with biscuits. Or rolls or something. That's what they're called. And those were really good. And we also get to eat ice cream there. So the thing about having your buddies, like, you have to, like, be glued to your buddy. Like, you have to, you know, watch their back and stuff like that. So even if your buddy has to, like, go to the bathroom, you have to come with them, or... No, never mind. I'm not talking about, like, going into the bathroom with her buddy. I mean, like, you know, like, standing out the door while your buddy does his thing. So, yeah, Avery was my partner. So I was eating my lunch, you know, happily sitting there, and then Avery was all, Ian, I gotta use the restroom. So he went to there. He went into the restrooms. And he took freaking forever in that bathroom. And I was all, Avery, hurry up, I want to eat my food. He was actually taking a crap, I saw. His feet, he was actually sitting on the toilet. I didn't see it. I could see his feet, you know, facing the other direction. Facing out of the toilet instead of, like, forward to the toilet. He freaking took forever. So... finally done, so I went back into the cafeteria. I figured out my lunch was gone because lunch was over. I was all, great. Man. Finally, just like when I get really good food, my partner has to ruin it for me. Thanks a lot, Avery. So yeah, but at least I get to eat a little bit of that food. It was really good. So yeah, did more activities. And yeah, a lot of them were scavenger hunts, and those were kind of the boringest. I didn't like them at all. So, yeah. So then, got dark, we ate dinner, went back to the boys' cabin. We didn't watch a movie or anything. So, yeah, I think, right, we're on the second day. Oh yeah, on the second day, we were gonna do this campfire. Like, these people that work, at the forest, the camp, they were, like, doing, like, these little skits and plays. And then suddenly, and like, yeah, this was like a campfire. We ate marshmallows and s'mores and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden it just starts raining. It wasn't even really raining that hard. It was just, you know, just typical rain. And then people just ran to the buses to head back to the cabin. So it's like, really? like they were doing their plays and stuff, and they're at like the part where they were yelling. Like the play was like this about Boogie Bear or something like that. Something about that. I don't know if it was Boogie Bear or Yogi Bear. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the Evil Bunny. We'll just say that. So then the guy screamed because he said he saw a Boogie Bear or Evil Bunny or something, and then it just poured down raining, and then people were all like killing each other just to get to the bus just because it was raining. Well, you know, in places like Texas, it barely rains. And, you know, when it rains in Texas, people act like lava's falling from the sky. Like, I'm serious. Cars crash and everything. Like, people freak out when it rains in Texas. So, yeah, I went to the cabins for the rest of the day. It was starting to lightning, too, which is really cool. And then started to get dark, ate dinner, and then went back to the boys' cabin. And then the second night happened. Nothing interesting happened, really, that night other than the rain. And then the last day came, and the third day. But you have to have a buddy and a group. So you gotta have a buddy and a group. Like, and the group is like... So, you know, my buddy was like Avery and all. But the group had like... I don't know, like 4 buddies. In other words... Like, you know, 2, like, when I say buddies, I mean 2 people. So, yeah. So there was like 8 people per group. So, there was this girl named Sarah Ragsdale who was in my group, and oh my gosh. When I was in 5th grade, she was obsessed with me. Like, she liked me and everything. She doesn't anymore. A lot of girls at my school think I'm weird and stuff just because I try to act funny and people take me for a joke like that. They really do. Oh well. At least I have a sense of humor and they don't. So yeah, she was in my group and she was like complaining all the time and stuff like that. At least she wasn't that annoying. But on the last day, we had to do like this race or something to do like little activities. It was kind of like this. If any of you have ever seen the show Amazing Race, you'll probably know what I was talking about, you know, race of doing like these little activities and stuff. There was like this little activity where you had to get a little wet, just a little wet, and then Sarah was all, "No, I don't want to get my Katniss boots wet," or something like that. You know, Katniss from Hunger Games. And oh my gosh, she wouldn't run. I mean, she was on boots. Seriously. I know. We lost the race just because of her. I think we would have won if it wasn't for her. So, Avery, if you're watching that, remember? Yeah, Sarah was a butt that day. And at least we get to eat pizza after that at the cafeteria. And it was good. Of course it was. And then the day was over. Came to my house. And I got the Minecraft game, actually, and then I built this boy's cabin. This was actually the first Minecraft creation I've ever done, and I went through many versions of it. And that's pretty much my story of OLC. Recording for 28 minutes. I made longer videos before. I made an hour-long special. Remember the Slenderman special? Yeah. Well, I'm almost done with this cabin anyways. All I need to do is put some lighting, but I think you get the point. I don't really have to put the lighting in. I think you know how to do that. So, yeah, this wasn't really much of a let's build. It was more of a story time, but I guess you could call it a let's build. Let's build the boys' cabin. Let me tell you some other details from it. The playground there, pretty big. So yeah, some of these activities, they weren't